Oro. What is up, you guys? My name is Marcellus. Oh, shit. What is up, you guys? My name is Marcellus, and today I'm gonna bring you one final video for a good long time about Rurouni Kenshin. Now, if you're watching this video, you're like, you're probably like, oh, well, I'm interested in it. Let's just see what he's talking about. If you're not, then I wouldn't be surprised because I've made about 4 videos on Kenshin so far. So, this video will be covering the topic of reviewing the Kenshin manga. Now, before I start and get into this, the best experience I've had with an anime slash manga ever, definitely impacted my life, my morals, just not had a huge impact, but made me think a different way, and that's how you know if it's a good manga or a good character. So, yeah, let's get down into this. First I'm going to give you a quick plot summary. If you haven't seen Rurouni Kenshin and you're watching this, I suggest you go and watch the anime, then read the manga, or you should just read the manga. Whatever you do best, whatever you're into, that's you. But yeah, Kenshin is basically revolving around the character Shinta or Kenshin Himura. Kenshin was given the name given to him by his sensei, but his real name is Shinta. Kenshin Himura is famously known as being the former manslayer Batosai, who closed down the last era with blood on his sword and being the most infamous manslayer of all time throughout Japan. With this, he has made enemies and also made acquaintances with people that he hasn't even met yet, like Makoto Shishio. He's also made enemies like Saito Hajime, people like Aoshi Shinimura, I think his last name is, of the Aniwaban group. So, you know, he's made enemies that he hasn't even met just because of the rank of the best manslayer in Japan. And throughout the whole series, we meet people who have met Kenshin in the past, who have knows Kenshin reputation, and basically wants to take it over, stuff like that. People who are obsessed with Kenshin, want to kill Kenshin, stuff like that. And then we have the Kenshin group, which consists of Megumi, Yahiko, Sano, Kaoru, and Kenshin himself. Megumi is not the most solid of all characters, but, you know, she's more solid than anybody else that's temporarily in the Kenshin group. So, we have them traveling and have them, you know, facing new enemies and facing old foes of Kenshin, stuff like that, dealing with his past, all while trying to help him atone for the sins that he has committed as Batosai. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole wrap up of the story. But yeah, let's get down into the characters. Before I get into this, again, one of the best experience I've ever had with an anime slash manga. I actually shed some tears towards the end, almost shed some tears toward the end because of how beautiful the story was to me. So yeah, first character I would like to talk about is Yahiko. Now, Yahiko, if you guys have watched anime and not read the manga, I would definitely suggest you go read the manga because the anime makes Yahiko look headstrong, but in all realism, in the last arc and Kyoto, most of Kyoto in the last arc of Rurouni Kenshin in the manga, Yahiko is beastly. Yahiko does some beastly stuff, as in facing opponents on Kenshin's level, that have intellect on Kenshin's level, people that pretty much would have faced Sano and Saito, people like that. And, you know, at the end of the manga, we get a couple of shots of Yahiko as he's grown up, as he's 15 years old now, the same age that Kenshin was when he became Batosai. So, I believe that's the same age he was when he, you know, went through the whole Tomoe situation, the realizing of what he was doing, the mental breakdowns of his life, stuff like that at 15 years old. So, Yahiko, if you want to see some beastly stuff from him, definitely go read the manga. Next one I would like to talk about is Sano. I really didn't like Sano in the anime at all, except for towards the end of Kyoto with Anji, and with the other season being filler, I really didn't get to like him anymore. But in the manga, I started to like him towards the end of Kyoto again, and throughout Inishi, I started to like him more. He is quite repetitive. That's one bad thing about his character. But the time he met his father, and then when he left at the end, definitely pulled some strings at my heart. Because he's been with Kenshin for so long, and he's changed so much from Zanza the gangster, to, you know, Sano, the a part of the Kenshin group. Then we have Megumi, who used to sell opium. Not a fan of hers. She's just there. Definitely comes in handy when people are injured. Saito Hajime, totally badass. I like the fact that he finally accepted at the end of the manga that Kenshin was no longer a manslayer. He was no longer Batosai. And at that point, Saito had become uninterested in fighting Kenshin, and wiped off. You know, they never seen Saito again. He was a lone wolf of the Shinsengumi clan. And I like the fact that he stuck to his character, never became a good friend of Kenshin. Always told Kenshin that he was still his enemy and still interested in fighting him, and I would be the one to kill you. But then at the end of the day, he realized how much of a change and how much fighting Kenshin as, you know, the Wanderer, bring joy to his heart, which is hardly any. He wanted to kill. He wanted to fight to have the thrill of being killed or killing. So, you know, he left, and we never seen him again. Who else do I have to talk about? Karu. Not my favorite of characters. Definitely not as good as I thought she'd be in the beginning. I was more of a fan of her in the beginning of the manga than the end, where a Nietzsche arc where she's just rendered helpless. But that's fine. You know, I like her at the end where she has a baby with Kenshin, and she still has a feisty attitude towards Yahiko. Who else? Aoshi, definitely a fan of his. You know, how he kept ties with Kenshin and never became too excessively angry after what happened in Kyoto. Never hardly showed any emotion after that, to be exact. But yeah, he was a good acquaintance and a trustworthy friend of Kenshin's at the end of the story. So that's pretty much it. The villains in Rurouni Kenshin, I like them. Shishio is my favorite out of all of them, especially the fact. But I know for a fact that Nietzsche is stronger than Shishio. So yeah, you know, that's good. The villains are solid. The artwork is solid. Nothing extravagant. Nothing too bad. It still has its moments where it could be slacking off, but you know, that's artwork. That's mangakas for you. They don't owe us anything. The character of Kenshin, you already know how I feel about him. Best shonen protagonist of all time, especially after I read this manga. And that's pretty much it. The cons of this manga can be the fact that it repeats itself a lot. The characters repeat themselves a lot. I think that Hidden Mitsurugi should have had more techniques to it. A little bit more techniques. Of course, Kenshin improvised with his Hidden Mitsurugi style. What else do I have to say? Sano, he became very repetitive. And that's pretty much it. Karo became pretty repetitive, but Yahiko pretty much saved it for the Inishi arc for me after seeing the anime and then reading the manga. It was a big difference between the characters. So, I think Yahiko and Kenshin and Inichi saved the whole arc for me. And Aoshi. Aoshi was definitely a big part of the Inichi arc for me. So, thank you guys for watching. I definitely suggest you go read the manga. Watch the anime if you want to. It definitely has some good moments in it, especially the opening of Freckles and the ending of Heart of the Sword. How could people forget that? But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys later. Do not forget to comment down below what you think of the manga of Kenshin or the anime, or why you haven't picked it up yet. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more Kenshin content, I guess, and more discussions about shonen and discussions in general. And peace out.